Hello everyone and welcome to Screen Gems and Blunders Year in Review 2023 edition. This time I'm joined by Holly Fowler, Ollie Smith and Maddie Galley. So we're going to be discussing the best and worst film and TV of 2023. So let's just get into it. So who wants to go first for the worst TV show?
I'll go first.
Maddie?
Okay, so Sex Education season 4, least favourite.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that one.
Yes.
I feel like I can't participate in this because I've not even finished season 1.
I
Probably for the best.
That bad, huh?
I
started
just
watching
couldn't
it.
get into it.
You did?
Yeah, I started watching the first couple of episodes of season 4, and I just couldn't.
Did you not make it through?
Nope, it was not good. I did not
See-
like it. Well, you two, we spoke about
Yep.
when it came out. You two said to me, "Don't watch it,"
Yeah.
and you told me what happened, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really like
They
that."
managed to ruin every single couple.
And they never gave an ending to anyone.
No one got a good ending. They all just kind of ended up like alone.
Yeah.
Did Shooty
Oh.
Gatwa's character to not get a good ending? Because he's the only one that I've heard
Okay,
who got
so
one.
I'm allowed to say the ending?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so basically he saw a vision of God and he just chased it through the woods.
He's gay.
I saw a vision of
Yeah,
God.
but he's like he got really religious and he
Ah.
saw this woman that was like God,
Right.
as I remember. I think that, and then he kind of just chased her through the woods. It was really strange.
Because that wasn't the whole point that he's like his family are like religious and he's gay.
Yeah, that's why
and
he
it's
turned
like-
his back on his faith. But it was like the final season was about him like rediscovering his religion.
Yeah, he was realizing that it is
Oh.
okay to be gay.
Oh.
That makes a lot more sense than what I
Yeah.
pictured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
There
a very
just, like,
strange scene,
Someone who like rose from the sky, and there was like visions of God, and
and it was a woman.
Yeah.
But at the start, he said God was a black man, but
Yeah.
God was a white woman. I think at the end, I can't remember. Oh, it was a woman,
yeah,
but like it just there was no actual continuation, and everything kind of just went badly.
died.
Yeah.
It ruined the entire
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
That the first 2 seasons of that show were so good, especially the first
Yeah.
season. So funny, and it was like it came out of nowhere in a way. It just came out, and everyone was just. Do you remember when it just like did so good? Like no one was like expecting it to be
Oh
that
yeah.
good.
They could have done so much with it, but with the new season, everyone was gay. Like everyone.
Everyone.
There was a complete new school, and just everyone was queer.
The
and it-
Heartstopper effect.
Yeah.
Like there's
but
like
it-
diversity,
Okay,
but then
don't
there's
just
like
ask
too
so
much.
much.
and it's
Yeah,
unrealistic.
everyone was gay. It wasn't even like there were straight people in it anymore. They were all just queer.
Also, the
Isn't
fact that
Osher
like-
straight?
Uh,
Was he the only one?
yeah, but it kind of really was
And
just
the fact
him.
They like shut down the school and moved to a completely new location.
Yeah.
They shut down the school.
Yeah, the school shut down.
Oh.
They went to a
You
So
can tell I've
then-
not watched it.
So then the final season was in a new place with about like 20 new characters.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you a single character.
all gay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's true. It's fair. So,
Okay.
anyone else?
What you said they were all gay? I haven't seen.
Yeah,
it.
they were all
Yeah,
gay.
I also-
It
they are all
really
gay.
wasn't
Okay.
worth it, you know. But if you're planning on watching it, don't.
I'll
don't
keep that
bother.
in mind when I
Save
finally
yourself the
finish
time.
season 1.
I keep that in mind when I never watch it.
So, who wants to go next? I'll do you two.
Go on, Ollie.
Me. Okay. You season 4. Have you watched you?
I've never seen it.
Have you watched you?
I want to watch it.
I feel like by that
This is
reaction
a
you've
solo
watched
There's,
it.
there's a lot of people in our class who like you.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, it's the first 3 seasons are really good, and it just no, but it was.
I don't like you.
Yeah, but I do. I am a very hardcore fan of it from season 1 to season 3, and then it all just went downhill.
Yeah.
Isn't it about a stalker?
Yeah, so it's about this guy that's a stalker, falls in love with like every girl he sees, and becomes obsessed with them. But then in season 4, it just takes this weird turn on what the series is about,
Right.
and it's just
A good
rubbish. No,
So didn't season 3 end with him like killing his wife and setting the house
he
on
kills
fire?
his wife, puts her fingers in a pie or something, and then runs away to Paris to go find this other lady that he thinks is like the love of his life, and then ends up meeting another lady with all these rich people, and it
right.
all just goes weird. And it's like a murder mystery type thing.
Because I got told that, isn't it? He's stalking this girl, and then doesn't it like switch perspective and you get it
Yeah, a
from
lot
her
of the time
perspective?
it does. Yeah,
And I find that interesting because I want to watch the first
that's
season.
I recommend the first 3 seasons.
The first 2 seasons.
Definitely watch them. But then I feel like the 4th season I was so excited for it, and then you watch it. I feel like it's kind of how you said about Sex Education. First
Is
3.
it kind of
Went down
like
the drain.
Yeah.
Glass Onion? Is it anything like that? You never
Not
seen it?
really. I have seen Glass.
Okay,
No,
because you
it's
just said
not.
murder
Glass
mystery.
Onion's
and-
Like-
supposed to be alright, isn't it?
With
Oh yeah, I
Glass
like
Onion's
that.
good. Season 4 of You it has like this. There's just people dying, and usually it's him killing them.
Mm.
But it's in this case that they don't know who's killing them.
It was
Oh,
So it's all
right.
very weird.
last season.
Yeah, this is.
And I
season
presume
four.
there's like a detective trying to figure it out, or
It was him trying to figure it out. the
right,
stalker.
right, yeah.
Weird though, because the last season of You came out and last season of Top Boy came out, and both of them are really.
It's just like streaming shows just have a massive decline.
Gets to
Yeah,
season
but-
4 and they all go
What
downhill.
is, though, is that with Top Boy, I've never seen it, but I know like people. I've seen the reviews of it. First 2 seasons are like everyone raves about them, don't they? The third season they just like move on something else, like completely different, like a bit like Sex Education. So weird. Why all the recent endings?
It's
like,
weird.
You know.
Netflix.
I think they
sucks.
just want the money and they just haven't come up with the ideas
That's
yet
what, like, yeah, that's what I thought.
'Cause-
Because then going into season 5 that's coming out this year,
of you.
yeah,
Oh.
I don't know where there is for it to go.
Yeah, whereas Sex Education's at an end.
Yeah.
Like they announced it was the last
They could have
season.
done so much.
They
more.
could. I think they should do a spin-off of a character, but like they really ruined the ending to the series, and it was such a promising series as well. It was going so well.
Spin-offs, just like everyone wants a spin-off. They want all
Yeah.
franchises and
Yeah.
universes and.
The Sex
Just not
But
Education
then some
universe.
could argue
See, we
that
don't
spin-offs
need
do a
that.
lot more, like in the Breaking Bad universe with Better Call Saul. The spin-off added a lot to the characters, and we might get
Well, that's
more
a-
of a backstory.
Yeah, but with Better, I haven't seen Better Call Saul, but what I know of it, Better Call Saul is not like it's a cash grab. There's a lot of like story and like backstory that
There was
is
a
like
creative idea.
yeah, there's an
behind
idea
Yeah.
behind it, and they dive into
Because isn't it before the Breaking Bad?
yeah, it's set,
world? Yeah.
it's set before Breaking Bad, whilst in
During-
Breaking
yeah,
Bad, and then
yeah.
after Breaking Bad. So it's like 3 time periods. It's really it looks really good. I've seen loads of clips of it.
Yeah.
And didn't that come out last year? Was that last year? Was that last
No,
don't
I
know.
think it was.
Few
I
years
think it.
ago,
Yeah, I
like
think it was a few
2020.
years. I think that was the last release. Yeah.
I don't know,
But
I've
yeah.
never watched it.
I've got an honourable mention quickly.
Right, honourable mention.
Secret Invasion. Have you seen Secret Invasion? Have you guys seen
No.
Secret
No.
Invasion? The Marvel
After
show?
the
It's
first
on my
episode.
list. Is
The
it worth?
first
No.
It's not
Oh,
worth
okay.
it. The trailers, and again with Marvel, the trailers
Also
made
Marvel.
the secret. The trailers made the show seem really good, and like they were promoting it to be something that was dark, gritty, like a political thriller, something new, and Marvel's not really done before since.
New and exciting to
Like-
the
yeah, like,
world
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
like they probably haven't done it since like Winter Soldier, and it like looked really cool, and it had like a massive budget, and the writers, I can't remember what the writers were from, but they wrote something previously which is critically acclaimed as well. So you would think on paper you've got a stacked cast, you would think that yeah, it's going to be really really good,
Yeah.
and then when you watch it and the show they were promoting and the show you watch
Yeah.
are the two separate
completely
things.
different.
And Marvel's doing that a lot recently with shows like I like Eternals, but if you watch the trailers
I
for
like
Eternals,
I like
but you must
Eternals.
admit the film they were promoting
Very
the film
different to
watched,
what you actually
very
watch.
different,
Yeah.
to what you actually see. Likewise with Echo, so I've heard Echo promoted the show to be gritty in the tone of Daredevil. Apparently, it's not in the same vein. She-Hulk was a bit like that.
I like She-Hulk.
Someone
It-
has to.
Yeah, it was a. It was like.
no one has to. No one has to like.
I
She-Hulk.
liked it. I didn't think it was like properly done, but I
Okay.
like kind of like no. I kind of like the storyline. I thought it was.
There is no storyline in it. It's
Yeah,
just,
but it's just you know.
things happen, and then she goes at the end. Oh, let's be really meta and like jump out
Is
the
there going to be a
screen."
second season?
And then she goes, doesn't.
No.
I thought there was planned for
No.
one.
It cost 225 million and made
Oh,
like nothing
no.
back.
Oh, I liked
And
it.
the CGI was
I've never
something
watched
to
it.
behold.
Oh no, the
you know.
CGI was
How,
awful.
how is CGI better in 2008 and that like you had like Davy Jones and like
Transformers.
Voldemort and Transformers and Megan Fox and you know
Bit different line to Voldemort, but okay.
but how you have that good CGI and then nowadays it's a bit yeah.
I
Anyway,
think
Secret Invasion is
So
not
that's your
good.
honourable mention.
Honourable
So what's
mention,
your
but
worst?
Doctor Who is the worst.
Oh, Doctor Who.
Because I've
It wasn't that bad.
it was.
Oh.
I think it's more. It wasn't bad. It's more. It was. It was incredibly disappointing.
Wasn't there a transgender person or a queer
Yeah,
role? There was
yeah.
a lot of representation.
And that part.
Did
of,
that add to it, or was that?
It
so
could have been done better.
yeah, because we're both like Doctor Who
Yeah.
Fanatics.
freaks.
Yeah.
And I was very excited for the promotion of it. You know, David
Yeah.
Tennant's back. He was my childhood doctor. Donna was back. You know, I haven't seen
and
them.
Chuta Gatwa wasn't
And
he? in
Chuta
it?
Gatwa, yeah, and
Yeah.
he was in towards the end, and very exciting stuff. And the show, again, what they were promoting and what you actually saw, it was promoting this like, oh, this is going to be new, it's going to be different, and it's just more of the same.
You know, there are explosions and cool
Mm.
CGI. And
Cool CGI, yeah, and there's going to be some sort of overarching story and reasoning to why the Doctor's got his face back, why Donna's back, and they don't explain why exactly. They
Yeah.
sort of loosely try and do it. It's like he was writing it and forgot, oh, I've only got 3 episodes to do this in. Oh, and at the end I need to add this thing very last minute. I need to explain why he's actually back. But it doesn't make
the reason
sense
for
at
his
all.
face coming back was he needs therapy.
Which doesn't make
basically
sense.
what he said.
It doesn't make sense at all because if you had in the first episode him having his face back, and then you set up him being like, oh, I'm like really struggling to deal with my emotions. Why is my face back? I'm like, do you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
set it up and then throughout you have that theme of him becoming tired, I want to retire or something like that,
Yeah.
and then at the end he finally gets the opportunity to, and he's a bit reluctant to do it because he's been, you know, doing therapy out of orders. Chuta Gatwa
Is
says
it
or whatever.
not worth the watch then?
No, it's no. I don't think it is because it doesn't. It retcons a lot of things which made them characters good. So, for example, for you two, you would probably wouldn't know this, but Donna's character had a very tragic but good ending. Wouldn't you agree?
It was awful, but it was brilliant.
It's very good, very
Did she
sad.
die or was
No,
it?
so basically she absorbed what, like a part-time lord, didn't she?
Yeah,
Or like
you're not going to make this down.
okay.
I was gonna say,
So
I'm
we-
gonna. I was nod.
So the Doctor had a hand in a jar, right? It gets smashed in the TARDIS, and then part of that, because it has like Time Lord energy in it, she absorbs, and humans cannot take Time Lord like energy. I don't know what it is with consciousness.
Right.
And she was becoming more like the Doctor towards the end as time went on. And then basically, the only way for her to not die is if the Doctor wiped her memory
Right.
of her, and that's the sad thing about it.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
You'll never remember
Okay.
anything.
Did
He
you
can't
cry?
see
Did
her.
you
and
cry?
It's a very sad. The music
you
in that
cry?
The
scene
music is
is like,
brilliant.
and when the Doctor goes, "We had the best of times." That bit is.
Did you
is
cry to it, Michael?
Right.
But do you not cry in that scene? I remember.
I've only cried once to Doctor.
You were just blowing
one-
your
which
eyes.
scene?
out.
Tuesday.
No.
I only know the song Doomsday.
Have you ever wanted to watch Doctor Who?
We used to watch it in school for some reason. I don't know
Really?
why.
I've
Yeah,
never.
they used to. It was
What
like a
episodes?
treat. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Dialects in it, Simon in it.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah,
But-
they used to put like little episodes on it. And I remember I used to sit there and be really like
Yeah.
engaged in it, but I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you anything that happens in
When
it.
did I cry?
I don't know. When did you cry?
Doctor Who. I can't remember when I cried. Matt
Throughout the
Smith's
whole thing.
regeneration speech.
I don't get why people cry at regenerations. I don't.
Because
What is
no,
a
it's the way.
regeneration?
It's when they change into the next actor. They're when
Oh,
they go. Just
oh,
when they
right, okay, yeah,
put in New ones, they burst into flames.
Oh.
Oh, why?
Mm.
Why?
Why?
Why do
It's
they
just
not
kind of
keep the
painful.
original actors? Is there a thing with that?
Well, because the first original actor, William Hartnell, in the 60s, he was getting old. He couldn't really remember his lines.
He was really ill when.
Right.
He was ill.
He was
and they were
ill.
like,
But is
we
it
need to keep
anything-
the show fresh. We need to get another actor. So they kind
Right.
of wrote it into the story. And that's why it's
Oh.
lasted 60 years. They just change actors.
Yeah.
every
So
time.
instead of just, you know, in normal TV shows like, you know, Emmerdale, Coronation Street, when they need to change an actor, they just don't address it.
No, they
Like,
yeah.
But
so,
they address it in
yeah.
Doctor Who.
So with
like you
Doctor
said
Who-
with the
Same
flames.
character.
so
Yeah,
with
but
Doctor
just a different
Who,
actor.
It's
Yeah.
like there's different versions of the same show. So like some fans, you can say you like all of Doctor Who,
Yeah.
but everyone really has a specific type of Doctor Who that they really like.
Like an
So-
era or a
Yeah,
doctor.
an era. So yours is 10th Doctor's
Yeah.
era. Mine used to be 10th Doctor's era as a kid, but now it's more like
You're like Pertwee.
Pertwee
70s.
70s era. So everyone has their own,
Yeah.
thing of it. But anyway, just to wrap up the specials, the problem was that they didn't really address the bringing them back, and it felt they were doing it just to bring attention from the fans that left when David Tennant and Donna left the show back in 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
well, around that sort of time. Bring them fans back, bring more public attention to it, and it sort of did.
I mean, it got viewing figures.
And it did, and it was the most viewed drama.
Ooh.
It beat Coronation Street, beat Emmerdale, which Doctor Who has rarely done.
Yeah.
It beat,
got
beat
like
Called the Midwife as well.
8 million, 9 million.
Overnight viewing
Blimey.
figures, yeah. So it did good, but I think I'm not the only one in saying this. It just felt there weren't anything really to it. There weren't anything you could really be like, oh, they're really like the middle one, Wild Blue Yonder is the best one because it's isolated and it's very standalone. But Star Beast and the Giggle starts off good.
Calling an episode The Giggle, by the way, is so stupid.
I thought we were about
laughable, really.
character.
The Giggle's the name of an episode.
Okay.
And
There's
Right.
a lot of Doctor Who to take in.
and they got Neil Patrick Harris in as well, and
Oh, I like him.
it's just it's a real shame. It's a real shame, and they did an idea of regeneration, which on paper sounds like a decent idea,
Yeah.
but then not addressing it and then saying in commentaries, Russell D. Davis saying it's this, but you don't address that in the episode. So what does it mean?
Or they're putting it in the novelisation, like adding things.
Yeah, but I don't.
You
put
need it
in the
on the screen.
episode. Yeah, you need it on the screen. You need to understand it, and it's just confusing, and it really took away from Shooter Gatwa's debut because you were more focused on David Tennant because he was still around.
Yeah, David Tennant always steals the limelight on just like anything. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
David
but
Tennant.
I was gonna say it's David Tennant.
It's David
David
Tennant.
Tennant.
It is.
The mums love him.
Oh, I love him.
There's-
The gays, the
I
gays.
love
I'm
also
not a
love
mum,
it.
but I love him.
Yeah.
And the Foxy's male gaze.
Yeah.
Love that. But yeah, so that's Doctor Who. I would say Doctor Who.
I think.
I'll now say my worst TV show,
Mm.
Go
which
for it.
might get a lot of hate. But I'd say The Last of Us.
I never saw
hated
it.
The Last of Us.
I've never seen
I
it.
thought it was dreadful.
Is that with the books? The books. There's
What's
books of
it
it.
about? I don't know what it's
There's
about.
Oh no,
It's a
that's then
video.
they all
So-
die.
Give me like a
Yeah,
quick brief
yeah,
runner.
Basically, think of every single zombie thing ever.
Yeah.
And it's like that, except instead of zombies, they're kind of humans with fungal infections.
Oh.
And they kind of get like weird tentacle vines coming out of their mouths.
Would you admit though the first episode is a good?
I almost fell asleep during it.
Have you
the
watched
plane
it?
crash scene?
I've watched
With
the
the
first.
plane-
I've watched the first episode twice. Once on my own, and then once with my mum, and I hated it both times.
Because I've only seen the first episode and I just thought, not because it was bad. I watched the first episode because everyone was raving about it,
Yeah.
and it's very good. It's a very good
Have
episode.
you watched any more of the episodes?
No,
Oh.
did you like it?
I've never watched it.
It's good. It's really
I
good.
quit,
From what I've heard
I
of
quit
it.
on episode 3. I watched episode 3 and I was like, this is bad.
That's supposed to be the best one.
It's unoriginal. Every zombie project is the same.
Mhm.
Humans get infected, they take over,
Yeah.
there's a small group of humans left, they fight to survive.
There's not much
We've
difference
had
between
The
all
Walking
of them.
Dead for 11 seasons.
I was gonna say, is it kind of like similar?
I think they're all the same, yeah. I'd say
Okay.
they're similar.
Okay.
You might not say
I
other
like,
people might
no,
disagree.
you think Walking Dead were similar?
It basically
Nah,
is. You just, there's humans.
Has it got like
fighting.
similar characteristics to it?
Season 1 to 7 or 1 to 6 of Walking Dead. Well, no,
See, I've never
watched
properly
it.
watched The Walking Dead. I've only seen like little bits of
It's
it.
It's good. It's
I
good.
quit on season 2 of The Walking Dead.
Oh.
But
And
then
there's like
it-
3 spin-offs, and it's like,
Yeah.
why?
Is there?
Yeah, and there's more coming.
How many storylines can you come up with?
With zombies.
Yeah.
Based
I'm
off a
not quite
comic, isn't it?
Is
sure.
it?
Yeah, graphic novel.
I
The
didn't know
same
that.
guy that did Invincible.
I've never seen Invincible. Yeah. Sorry.
Have you seen it?
Side-eye.
I think
It's
there was
very
just
violent,
a
very
lot of
good.
releases that I'm still trying to catch up on.
Me too.
think
My list has
2023
got
was a big
so
year.
long.
Well, all
Of things I
because
need
of
to
COVID,
watch.
Everything got delayed, so everything's now being released at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
There's so many movies, so much TV.
There is.
And then people are like Marvel are like rushing things out because they feel like they need to catch up.
Because, yeah, 4 films a year
Yeah.
and several TV shows is what people want. And
Yeah.
you have to watch them all.
Yeah, because Agatha, what's it? That Agatha show. We really want to see that, on the big screen.
Also, it's changed names like 5 times.
The what show? The Agatha show.
It's like Agatha,
WandaVision?
Oh,
From
right.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
You know Agatha?
the villain.
neighbour?
Yes.
Yeah, she's getting her own show.
Why?
Yeah, that's
That-
what we're.
Why?
Everyone's
I
asking, who
was not aware
knows?
of that.
No.
I do like WandaVision though.
Even
Sorry, I'm
Echo,
gonna throw it out there,
even
but
Echo,
I like WandaVision.
I don't get why we needed a show on her. Like, what you could have just done Daredevil Born Again and have her in it.
Yeah.
You could have just,
Echo got cut. It got cut down like so much. It was meant to be like 8 episodes, and now it's 5.
Really? It's
5?
episodes?
Yeah, it's 5 episodes.
That was really pointless.
In fact,
It got cut in post, I think.
I've seen one
Oh.
really funny scene of that of like a granny and then fighting soldiers. She gets like, am I allowed to spoil?
Yeah, sure.
She gets like given like superpowers or something, and then she fights these soldiers. It's like this old man, and she like takes on these soldiers. It's really weird. Have you seen Shazam?
No.
But you know when like
Unfortunately.
when Shazam passes on his like powers. I suppose it's similar to that in a way. But yeah, this year's been. I think personally, this year for TV shows, from what I've seen,
Last year.
last year, 2023, wasn't that great. I
No, it
would say.
hasn't been.
Yeah, there
I
was
was
some
gonna say, I
good
don't feel
ones,
like
though.
there's been a lot that's
There
come out
wasn't
that I've been
TV
really invested
shows,
in.
but there was a lot of movie releases.
There's a lot of good movie releases,
Yeah,
but like
movies.
Like the
TV
Barbie
shows.
We'll
Armor.
get to movies.
Yeah.
We'll get to movies. We're getting excited.
Oh, first we have best TV shows. So what do you think your favourite show of
Can I
2023 was?
You-
Okay, The Traitors. Has anyone watched The Traitors?
Oh, you've been
Yeah.
talking about this, and I've really wanted to.
What's that face about?
I watched it a
No.
couple. Is it been out for a while, or there's been a show similar?
First season came out last year.
I watched that.
I've seen season 1. I haven't got to season 2.
Season 2 is very good. The only thing is, I love it, but I feel like it does get quite repetitive, which is why usually when it comes to like TV shows, I don't like how they do like one episode, maybe like a week or a few episodes a week. However, The Traitors, 3 episodes a week, I felt like it gives you that space in between.
3 episodes a week. is
It's
an
really
odd
weird.
rate.
It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Is that
and
where
then break Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
they don't know who the traitors are, and then they
Yeah.
gather wearing like.
But-
Yeah,
I was
it's,
gonna
it's all
describe it in
very
a
weird. It's
different
very
way,
weird
but it's
concept,
probably
but
best
I
to do it.
really love it, and I like seeing. This is gonna sound really weird, but I like seeing the innocent, faithful people just have a go at each other for being traitors when none of them are traitors.
Especially
I-
when
you
they
said you
vote
watched
for
season
each
one.
other as well.
Like, pardon?
When they vote for each other,
Yeah, it's great because everyone's having a go at people for things that they say makes
and
them
you don't
traitors.
find out
But
till the end.
no,
or-
and if they get to the end and all the traitors are still in, or like, there's one traitor, then they have to vote them out at the end to see if they win.
Hmm.
And then if the traitor's still in at the end,
I
they win all
presume
the
there's a
money.
cash
There is a
prize.
very big cash prize. I think it's up to 100 and
Is
something.
this a celebrity thing, or is it normal
No,
people?
just normal
Just
people.
normal people.
I'd love to see a celebrity one though.
But celebrity.
It would probably be
UK
rubbish, but it'd be
UK
funny.
Like
celebrity
Big Brother.
shows Are people
Yeah.
off EastEnders or people off soaps who
Yeah,
never
that's true.
really
No,
have-
but I want like proper
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah, but the
I know
BBC
there wouldn't
BBC
be,
don't have the
but
budget for that.
It would be
Yeah,
funny.
We'll just get like
What,
Florence Pugh,
Brad?
Louis Tomlinson.
I'm in.
That'll be great.
I am
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, we'll just get all of One Direction back.
Oh, I'm
Have a
in.
little
Let's do
traitor
that.
reunion.
I'm
Also,
so
they
I'm
wouldn't
so for
want
that.
to win, like, go for money because what's the point? They have
Oh,
loads
donate
Yeah.
it for charity, like
Yeah.
it
True.
with the chase.
That would be clever.
for a
Chase
chase.
That would
Yeah.
be clever.
You have to pay them to donate for charity.
And
You would.
catchphrase.
You would. But yeah, that was my favourite TV
Um,
show.
My favourite, One Piece, the live action.
The
I
Netflix
thought,
adaptation.
yeah, I thought it was really good. I know some people don't have great opinions on
Sorry.
it.
Don't tell me he doesn't.
Yeah, did you watch it?
Yeah, I didn't like it. at all.
I just found it interesting. I was
glad you
really
liked it.
hooked straight away. It's not something that I'd usually watch because I'm
No.
not an anime person, and I know it's not anime, it's live version.
Yeah, it's live action,
But
isn't
like, it kind of made me want to watch anime, which was a big
Oh,
thing for me.
that's
Especially
because,
One
like,
Piece. One Piece is like
yeah,
episodes.
That's like,
there is.
Yeah, that's like.
But
it's
I'm
getting-
really excited for season 2 when that
Really?
releases. Yeah, I'm
I've
buzzing.
never watched it. I don't even know what it's about.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. I kind of thought, so when I was watching, I knew nothing about it. Going into it, I thought, oh, it's just a show about pirates, you know? Like,
Pirates.
it did look
Yeah.
like just a show about pirates. And then Luffy, is that his name? Yeah.
Don't ask.
He,
Welcome to Leafy.
yeah, he suddenly stretched. It was him that stretches,
Yes.
isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
His arm suddenly thousands of meters long. And I was kind of just stood there and like, oh, I thought this was like actual, not humans, but like I thought it was like a real version. I didn't
Yeah.
realise that they still had the superpowers that anime characters do.
Yeah.
So it was a shock.
Oh,
But
okay.
I really think they achieved it well. I think
Really?
everything.
So Netflix has a bad history of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm worried for one of my favourite TV shows. They're doing Avatar,
Well, that
The
comes
Last
out, like, in a
Airbender.
month.
Oh, it's
I
a
know.
series.
Oh.
Yeah, Avatar Last Airbender. It's not the blue people. It's the,
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I
that's what I was
thought it was-
thinking.
It's not
That's what I
James
was
Cameron.
It's,
thinking.
I was going
Oh.
to
it's
say that would take a
TV show
while.
that came out in around 2005, 2006, and it is a Nickelodeon. It's like Ben 10. It's like a
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
Ben 10.
It's in the style of that type of thing.
I had a
But
crush
it's
on
like-
Ben 10.
Oh, I had a crush on Gwen.
My brother had a crush on Ben 10.
But,
He still has his Ben 10 towel and
no,
bed
I've still
sheets.
got Ben 10 towel.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
But
it is
I'm
cool.
glad that shows like that stick with us. It really does show the
Yeah,
impact
it
of
does.
good shows.
But anyway, but that's why I'm worried about it, because One Piece. I just don't. If you want to watch One Piece, just watch the way it was meant to be seen.
Anime.
Anime, yeah,
Also,
Yeah.
that's the way.
Oh,
new
I-
viewers,
yeah.
there's so much that I wouldn't want to start a show with that many episodes.
Yeah, but
Exactly,
I think for me it was easier to watch a live action version,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then that makes me think, oh, I wonder what the anime is like, and maybe read
And
manga
it's more
and
Western
you know.
as well, because
Yeah.
anime is a cultural.
So it helps people
thing.
kind of get into it without having to straight away watch anime, because there is, like,
I
you
can
know,
see that.
bad connotations with watching anime. Not everyone
Yeah, really
likes
bad,
it.
like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, I don't think they'll be able to achieve season 2 well at all.
No.
You'll
They
be
really
waiting a
won't.
while for it as well. Netflix
Yeah.
takes like 2 years per season.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Stranger Things takes ages
Oh,
to make.
don't,
doesn't
because
it?
I love Stranger
It was
Things.
like
I just want it to hurry
Heartstopper.
up.
That end season's not.
We
gonna
were
take
waiting
over, I don't
ages.
think.
No, I don't think
I
it's
think
gonna
they've
end
written themselves into a corner with
I
that.
never
Maybe.
bothered with Stranger Things.
Yeah, I love
like,
Stranger Things.
it's
I
just 'cause
love
there
it
was so
so
much
much.
hype
Like
with
Stranger
it.
Things.
Season 4 was actually surprisingly
It was
really
better.
good. Apart
Yeah.
from the ending,
But
I
why
hated
were
the ending.
like the last 3
Yeah.
episodes like so ridiculously
Yeah, but
long?
like films.
Yeah,
I
but,
thought it was
yeah,
gonna
but I
end,
just
and then
I
it
was
kept
just
going.
crying.
They were over an hour, weren't they? I
One
never
of them
saw
was,
them,
like
but
2 hours.
You know when
Jeez.
you know when
That's
it
crazy.
split when the town splits open and
Yeah.
Vecna wins
Mhm.
and Thingy dies. I thought, oh, that's a really good way to end the show. No, they
Yeah,
undid
no.
all of that.
Why
It's
would
like
they
what?
do
The, no, Tom. What the flip? What the flip?
am
Not
I right in
really,
saying
but-
there's going to be a spin-off? I swear someone was talking
Yeah.
about a
Is there?
spin-off.
Is
Yeah.
that
It's
of who?
Netflix. They want a whole universe.
I'm-
They
They're
always do.
commissioning
I'm
spin-offs,
crying for an Eddie
animated
Munson
things.
spin-off, you know, and or like some sort of like Hellfire Club show maybe.
Yeah.
You could do that, and you could see Eddie, you can see all the whole squad.
I love Eddie.
And then Primark can make more t-shirts.
Oh god.
I love a bit of
The
Primark.
era where you just saw Hellfire Club t-shirts everywhere.
Greg's
Yeah.
merch was a good era too.
Cheetos.
Yeah,
the
Deja Vu.
Cheetos
Cheetos
was
one.
good.
So a lot
yeah.
of people wearing all the Primark Cheetos merch.
And Barbie.
There's a lot of anime t-shirts in Primark.
There
Have you noticed
is,
that?
there
is.
is.
Anime's
Over
had
the
like
top.
a massive boom.
I want to say Dragon Slayer. Is that one? Dragon
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? That's it.
Dragon Ball Z, I think.
Yeah,
Naruto.
they're the ones that you know.
And
did.
Naruto.
It's a new
There's lot of
spin-off.
Naruto ones.
But yeah, they're what Primark has at the
Naruto.
minute.
But what was your, yeah, it was all. Because
One
I
Piece,
liked
yeah.
I liked the first episode
Yeah,
for some, but
the
then,
first 3 were really good.
after that I was a bit like,
Dozed off a bit.
yeah, I dozed
Yeah.
off a bit.
Because once you get in, it's like you get hooked, but then you kind of leave it a while to watch the next ones, and it kind of just drifts away. So I do get what you're saying, but yeah, I really,
You're watching it with someone probably. Who,
I am,
who, you
who's
know,
a bit of a
is
nerd for that.
who loves the
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah, and it's definitely a
Not
lot
no
more
choice.
fun because you know watching it with someone that actually knows about the manga, like the
you can
anime
explain
and
it to you
everything.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it is good, but yeah, I don't really watch many TV shows, so that was my only option.
So Ollie, what was your favourite TV show?
Mine of last year. I didn't watch many.
Yeah.
It's between two. It again is Bad Batch, but I'm not gonna go for Bad Batch. It's gonna go. I'm gonna go for Attack on Titan, season 4, part 4, the final. The season 4, the final season, part 4, however it is.
What the fuck?
Parts.
So,
Season
yeah, so-
four, what?
So
Language.
season 4 was split in. It was supposed to. It's season 4, the final season, and when they did part 1, which was episode 1 to like 13, I think maybe 12 or something like that, and then part 2 was like to 20 something, I think, and then then there was a break, and then part 3 was a film, and part 4 was a film.
That's very strange.
Yeah, so it's like season.
That's a
4.
very
That
weird
sounds
way.
like a pain to watch.
Yeah, that does.
It was really confusing. You could have just said the last 2 films were like just films,
Mhm.
and that's what I thought was going to happen. Like the last 2 films were going to be shown in cinema,
Yeah.
because Attack on Titan is like a massive thing. It's like non-anime fans like it. It's like the one that if you want to get into anime or get into just cartoon or like anyone, you can show
Yeah.
anyone that, and I guarantee
That's like
you,
where you start.
the first episode will hook anyone. Genuinely.
Yeah, I've never watched
genuinely.
it. I hadn't heard of it till
Genuinely.
too
Have you
too
watched
long
it?
ago.
I think I used to watch the first episode and quit.
That doesn't quite sum up your theory just then.
There's very few
Oh,
animes
okay,
that I
bro.
watch.
No, it was, but it's genuinely so good, and the manga ending had a lot of controversy surrounding it, in the sense of because when you get like a massive story like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad is probably the only one that is done it successfully and it's been perfect,
Yeah.
throughout. But Attack on Titan I'd say it's, in my opinion, it's perfect. But general consensus, it's a bit like, it's a bit of a, weighing scale difference. So basically, the manga, when that came out, there was a lot of controversy. Some people he set up an ending originally where everyone basically was going to die, and then he changed that to make it be more, not as depressing, but still to the story of the world he set up, which is a bleak, depressing world. And then as that went out, fans didn't like that, so we changed it slightly, and it was a lot better, and fans preferred it, but still not liking it. So he said, for when the anime comes out, there's going to be a slight different version as well, so you can choose which version you like out of them three. And the animated version is it doesn't add anything specifically new. It changes a scene between the two main characters, but adds a lot to it, and it just wraps it up perfectly for a show that is like, it's just amazing, and it's fantastic. Genuinely.
Okay.
Genuinely, it's really good. Like, and even the people that didn't like the manga and didn't like the ending, they watched that and they liked it. So very good,
I'll
very
give
good.
it another go, see if I
No,
can get back into it.
genuinely, you should at least strive to watch the first season, and if you don't like the first season, then it's probably
Not for
Not for you.
yeah, because it's very clever, very clever. But yeah,
Okay, so my favourite TV.
what's your favourite?
I
Yeah.
was stuck between two. It was either Superman and Lois season 3.
That's actually really good.
It's incredible. However, I've gone with The Wheel of Time season 2, which is
I heard of that.
It's an Amazon Prime show.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
See, everyone's trying to all the stream after Game of Thrones ended.
Yeah.
All the streaming services tried to get their own fantasy shows. It's like Netflix went with The Witcher. That
Oh
failed.
yes, I heard of
Yeah,
that.
that's not good.
Okay.
And then Amazon went with The Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings show, which isn't good either.
Right.
They
Yeah,
also
it's
went
a bit
with Wheel
poggy.
of Time, which is a 15-book series, and each book is over 1,000 pages.
Is,
So there's a lot there.
This
Yeah.
the one with Orlando Bloom, with fairies or whatever.
No,
Oh, what's the one? Oh.
there's no fairies in Wheel of Time.
Oh.
What is? I don't know
So
what it is.
it's hard to describe because there's a lot to it. It's like there's kind of witches
Right.
and who have magic powers and
Great.
can, channel, as they call it,
Okay.
and all men who have magic powers and can channel go mad. So the women
Oh.
hunt the men down and kill them,
I love that.
but the men, fight back, and it's rumored that one will either save the world or destroy it.
So prophecy
Oh.
type thing.
Prophecy type thing.
That's cool.
Its powers. For a streaming show, it's got amazing CGI, which is rare because streaming shows just want to get stuff out. as soon
Usually
as they
don't.
can.
Yeah.
They don't put the money behind it. And Amazon actually have. They've got good characters. They're kind of loyal to the books, which is the best you can get
Yeah.
because
Typically,
not
they kind of
everyone's
steer
gonna be
away from
happy.
them. Yeah.
And there's just so much source material, so they can keep going. Knowing streaming, it'll probably get cancelled in a season or two,
Probably.
Yeah.
but I think it's really good.
Nice.
Oh, good.
I've never heard of it up
I-
until
I've
now.
heard
So
it. I've heard of
I'd
that, yeah.
recommend it. Like season 2's a lot better than season 1.
Is that Amazon Prime? Did you say?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Oh, the one I think it was before was Carnival Row.
Yeah,
You've heard
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's with the furries and not furries, fairies. That's a different show I've been watching.
Okay then.
Yeah, got the cameras.
Yeah.
So, films. The worst film of 2023. Who wants to go?
I'll go for this. This is controversial, very controversial actually, but I just don't like it whatsoever. I didn't like the Mario movie.
I'm offended.
I can see what you mean.
I
I don't care for Mario. It's
Yeah.
a kids' film, genuinely.
I thought it was good.
I
It's
thought it
made
was
for
really
kids.
good.
It's targeted towards
Yeah,
I thought it was
we were
good.
just a bit weird
Yeah,
when
but-
going in to see it
Do,
as
do you know,
teenagers.
do you know what I mean? It's like if I watched the Postman Pat film.
Pat film.
Yeah, but
You
like
know?
I can't really talk on it. Like I watched it,
Yeah.
like Mario, not Postman Pat. But when I went in, I kind of dozed off a bit. Like I didn't fall asleep, but I just zoned out, and then
Wasn't like properly paying attention. kind of
yeah,
thing, yeah.
and then in the
yeah.
end, like it just ended, and I was like, "There's
Yeah.
no way it's been an hour and like a half, whatever it was."
It was a short.
And
It was
yeah,
very short. It was a lot shorter than I thought
but
it was gonna
it
be.
generally
Yeah.
felt like an episode, like a half an hour
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
It was
No.
so quick, and it just they could have done
I've
so much
mucked up.
more.
I've mucked up. The worst film of last year is Aquaman 2. Sorry.
I haven't
Ooh,
seen it.
Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
I've not seen it. I've
Yeah.
heard from
Did
people
that one
it's
have
not
Amber
great.
Heard in it, or did
Yeah,
they cut
it
her?
It was
Yeah.
very brief of
Yeah.
her apparently. I've never watched it though, so I wouldn't know. But
I haven't seen it. I think
Apparently.
they cut a lot out.
yeah,
Back to Mario. I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
no, it's alright. Mario.
I enjoyed it. It's not
I
a film
did.
I would, like, rewatch.
no,
Yeah.
it's but like I enjoyed
It's a
watching
bit
it in the
fun.
moment.
I
Yeah, it
think
was like
I
a
watched
fun,
it
jokey
twice.
film.
I think I had to go
so
back again
boring.
after
That's
you know
it.
the first
It was
time.
it was you can tell it was definitely like a kids film, but like I thought it was entertaining watching it.
I forgot it
Yeah.
was a kids' film. I really did think it was for teenagers because it was like reliving your childhood in a way.
Yeah.
It was a little bit, yeah. I know what you mean, yeah.
But I think the films like that I really like. I'd rather watch the Sonic films than watch
Sonic
the
film.
See, I watched the second Sonic film before I watched the first
That's
one. I
very-
watched the second
very
one in
good
cinema, just because no, 'cause I went with my parents to go watch because they wanted to go watch
If you're
it.
going to watch the second one in cinema, you just could do the first one.
Yeah, but it was on it was just the
Oh.
day of,
Oh.
and we were already out, and it was like, should we go? I was like, okay. But I really enjoyed the second one. Then I watched the first one, and then I rewatched the second one again.
Yeah,
And
second one's great.
I'm very excited for the third one.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
am I. I'm
so
really
am I.
excited for the third one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think for that I would rather watch that type of
Mhm.
one. But Mario, I found the trailers made it again. The trailers
Made it
seem like something it
Yeah.
wasn't. When you watch it, it's a very simple.
It's for kids.
It is for
literally-
kids.
Yeah.
But
They don't need like.
yeah, but
a
Ratatouille
complicated
and films
plot.
like that, they're Incredibles and Toy Story. They're kids films with
Yeah.
a lot of heart and complex
Yeah.
Well,
and,
there's no
soul
heart,
to it.
There's no heart in things anymore.
There
They
was no
just-
heart
They
in Mario.
simplify things
Yeah.
Yeah.
and put like really no.
I didn't care about
It
it.
was a cash grab.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
it was.
exactly. It is, and the scene, like the Mario Kart scene, I love that because we've all played Mario Kart.
Love Mario
Everyone can
Kart.
relate to that. Everyone can relate to playing Super Mario Bros. Not Super Smash Bros. Super Mario Bros. And doing all them
Mhm.
games on the DS or whatever. And yeah, that was cool seeing. You know the scene when Mario and Donkey team up and they fight.
Yeah,
there's that
yeah.
long shot of them.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
But apart from and Bowser singing, Jack Black singing, that was all
I
right.
think there were
Oh,
too many
no.
references in it though. Like they were referencing all the other Mario stuff.
It was just
constantly.
everything thrown into
Everything was a
one.
reference.
Yeah.
And then didn't they tease Yoshi at the end with the egg?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, just
Yeah, that was there.
Yeah, that was like
Why
a
does
post-credit
everything have-
scene.
Why
We
does
stayed
everything
for
have to have
that.
a universe?
Everyone
why can't
walked
they,
out.
Why can't they just make a film and then if it does good, make another one?
When you mean like Barbie,
But-
and now there's like a whole Mattel toy universe where they're developing 40 projects.
Yeah, have you seen there's an Uno film?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
Uno
Mattel
films.
are making like a bunch of new films relating to like all their other stuff. So like there's an Uno film.
An Uno, if it was an Uno.
What is
film,
an Uno film? How do you make an Uno
I
film?
didn't
An
realise
Uno
this.
horror game could be funny.
That
though.
would be good.
That
Yeah.
would be funny.
Yeah, like I
they're
don't
not going
get.
FNAF just changed.
What I don't get is, wait, so Barbie's gonna make more movies? They're doing more Barbie movies?
Not
No,
necessarily
not like
Barbie.
Mattel,
like
the
Mattel.
people that
The
made
brand.
Barbie.
The toy brand.
Oh.
Basically,
So,
like,
got
all the
40
toys that kind of
40
match.
projects in development.
Is it
That's
40?
so weird though.
What
Like
toys do they
40
make?
movies
Uno,
or
that's all I
Nothing
know.
else that's actually like really major, I think.
No, I feel like Barbie was kind of like the thing that set
Yeah.
them off.
Did they do No, Hasbro does
Yeah,
Transformers.
Hasbro's Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
So-
very
Very
weird.
fun.
So Mario was a disappointment. So I changed that slightly. Aquaman 2 was genuinely bad. Okay, I might have not watched it in the cinema. No, I watched it in the cinema, obviously, guys. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it in the cinema, and that cinema experience was so good. No, it was, it was. So, I've never been instantly bored at a film. Have you ever watched a film and
Yes.
you've been instantly bored? You're,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
boring. I mean, Aquaman 1. Have you guys seen Aquaman 1?
No, I
No.
refuse to watch it.
You've seen, you're doing James Bond for your essay. Have you not
No,
seen
I've
it?
not watched Aquaman.
Ah. Aquaman 1, the opening scene to Aquaman 1, there's this
Doing a link right now.
one-shot action scene where it goes above on a crane and it goes around this person. It's good. It's really, really cool. Have you know what I'm on about, don't you, in the house?
I haven't watched Aquaman.
Oh, well, it's really cool anyway.
No.
It's really cool. But Aquaman is a cheesy film. It's fun, it's dumb, and it's very, like, self-indulgent. It knows, it doesn't take itself seriously, and it's fun, and you can just enjoy it and take it for what it is. Aquaman 2 is more of that, but imagine them being like, oh, we're going to do more of what they did in the first one, but then just dial it up to, like, go overboard with it. So the opening scene starts off with what you think is going to be a really cool action sequence, but they cut to him being like with his baby and him getting urinated on, and all of that. It's just not. It's just the pacing was off. There's not really much story to it. Amber Heard was in it.
Mhm.
Well,
Controversy there.
I won't. Amber Heard's alright, but I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's stop
but,
that.
Different show.
Yeah, so
That's on at 9.
Yeah, not here.
but it was
9
just
o'clock,
really
cut the
bad, and the
cameras.
film just ended.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it ended like Iron Man 1. You know what
Oh,
Iron Man 1?
yeah.
It's so bad, just such a
Oh.
bad
It
film.
doesn't help that like they changed the endings on that a lot. I think because
Like The Flash,
the
yeah.
DCU is dead.
Oh, and The Flash came out last year.
I never watched it.
I refuse.
The
to watch it.
CGI
I
in
have
that film.
I have too much respect for Grant Gustin as the Flash to watch.
That's fair.
I love Grant. Season 1 to 3 of The Flash is so
It's
good.
amazing.
They should. Why don't they just have? What I thought was actually going to happen. To be fair, when the person that comes out the car in The Flash, and it's like George Clooney
Yeah, I think I've
as
seen
Batman. I thought that was going to be Grant like Gustin or whatever
it.
his
He
name.
should
is.
have made a cameo, and I don't see why they didn't.
Yeah,
Like a simple cameo.
they cameoed
They
what?
cameoed dead people. They CGI dead people.
And Nicolas Cage, the
Yeah, it was
Superman that
bad.
no one cares about, and him doing mewing as he like flies down.
Yeah, and he was CGI.
Doing what?
He like mewed. He kills this giant spider thing and flies down and goes.
No, but they CGI'd him as well. He filmed actual scenes for it, but then they CGI'd.
Why?
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I don't know why.
That's
he doesn't
weird.
look real. If
His
you watch
suit
that
looks
scene,
really weird as well.
If you look at that scene, his face doesn't look actually like him. Not quite.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's strange.
Yeah, so Aquaman 2 and Mario, just them films not good. What about you two?
I'll go next.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna say Cocaine Bear because I really liked it, but
I
It-
find that really fun.
it was a really good movie. But it just
Bear.
the
It's
CGI
rubbish.
could have been a lot
It's
better.
rubbish, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's one of them films that feel like it's just intentionally done
What?
bad for humour.
I am, however, gonna say a different film, which is Spider-Man.
Which one? Is
The-
it the
Across the
Into
Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Oh, I
that
never
one.
watched it.
Okay then.
I knew this one would be controversial, but as like
No, sorry.
all of the films that I watch, my least favorite was that. But not because it was
Wow.
bad, not because it was bad, but just because.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I was with you.
Did you watch it?
We watched it together. But
Did you not like it?
see, I'm saying I like it. It was just my least favorite out of everything I've watched.
Oh, okay. So
No.
what did you watch?
Like last year,
Yeah.
there was Barbie, Oppenheimer,
You think
Cocaine
Barbie's
Bear.
better than Across Spider-Verse?
Yeah. So we got the Mario movie. I still think is better. Five
agree with
Five
this?
Nights at Freddy's. I
don't
also
like
think was
Across the
better.
Spider-Verse.
I want to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. I've not watched it.
Five Nights at Freddy's is definitely worth it. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. That was a really.
Do you think Five Nights at Freddy's was better than Across
I
Spider-Verse?
loved it.
So what was bad about Across the Spider-Verse? This is a very heated.
What was it that like didn't
topic.
draw you to it type
Did you think
thing?
the animation was bad?
I've
the
never.
soundtrack?
No, I think they did pretty well with it.
What's
I've
Up,
just
Danger?
never seen.
Yeah, what's up, Danger? What's actually up? Why do you?
I've never watched Marvel or DC or anything like that.
Right.
So Spider-Man was just not something I was interested in. I went to
Mm.
see it to see if I would be interested, but
Mm.
You were.
It just
I
wasn't
was-
your
Did
cup
you
of
not
Yeah.
watch the first
No, that's fair.
one? 'Cause it's
No,
quite-
I never watched the first one.
Yeah, I've
which
not
I
watched
know
the
was a
first one, so
mistake.
I didn't watch the second one. Or
Can
whatever
you
it
at
is.
least-
That's better than going to see
In
the
pre,
second
like, if I told you Across the Spider-Verse is like top 3 best films of last year, could you see why I would think
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I
Okay.
see why everyone would think it was a good film. I just prefer
It wasn't
things.
for you.
I prefer like I want to say more action, but in like I know there was a lot of action in Spider-Man, but it's like I prefer real
You
live
prefer live
action.
action.
Like I prefer
Yeah.
people.
No, I do agree with you. I know what you mean.
It
Yeah.
just helps me focus. I think.
Yeah.
So I didn't like Across the Spider-Verse, but I'll
That's fair
admit the
enough.
animation on it was amazing.
Another bad thing.
Soundtrack?
Soundtrack
Sound.
was good.
The
Good.
sound, not the soundtrack. The sound. The level of volume was shocking.
Yes.
I
yes,
remember
yes, it
we
was.
even had to go back and ask for them to turn it
Yeah,
up,
me
and they
my-
refused.
me and
Oh,
my
really?
Yeah.
yeah.
It was so quiet, and we thought it was like an error in the
Yeah, it was so
cinema,
bad,
but that's
yeah.
how it was because I watched it again and it was
my
so
God.
quiet. They just really.
Yeah, it was
Did
terrible.
bad
It
with
was
that.
terrible. Yeah. That the first like half an hour of that film was genuinely one of the worst experiences.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Like
the
the
cinema.
first thing you couldn't hear it, and
Yeah.
the second thing it was so hard to get into it. The first bit.
Because there was no problem. There was nothing wrong with the film. It was just you could. You know when you hear something and it's like you want to turn it up, but you can't turn it up, so you
Yeah.
got to sit through like. And it
You could hear
really-
people talking as well, couldn't you? I
Yeah.
remember we had to tell people to
Oh
stop.
wow.
So I feel like if I maybe watched it at home or if it was louder, I would
Exactly.
like it more.
I watched it on my
Like,
laptop.
you're
So I'm not
focused on like the
criticising
little
it.
things.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
watch the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched it again because I didn't really. I had a very mutual opinion after we watched it, and I watched it again at home about a while later, and I really liked it because it was from my laptop and I could actually hear
Yeah.
what was actually going on.
Yeah.
So
Just had it at 100% volume.
yeah, basically, and I had my ear right
Yeah.
against the speaker. I didn't see
It's
what
like,
was
I'll
going
watch
on
it
the
later.
screen. I had another, no, but it was, yeah. I don't agree, and it's a bit.
Oh no, yeah.
But fair enough.
Yeah.
Very how bold.
Yeah,
Very
thank you.
controversial.
Okay.
Thank you. I did think I'd go with a bit of a bombshell.
No, I'm joking.
There you go. Well
No,
done.
it's good. No, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate that honesty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Holly.
Mine is Winnie the Pooh.
Sorry.
The Pooh? Winnie the
Winnie the
Pooh. Blood and Honey.
Oh,
Have you watched the Winnie the Pooh Blood and
The
Honey
horror
film?
I
film.
want
Horror
to watch
film.
it.
Best film.
I really did.
Yeah,
No,
but-
worst.
We're on worst.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Worst.
Sorry.
Sorry
I
again about
thought,
Spider-Man.
it's 'cause- yeah, you went back to Spider-Man. It was awful. I was expecting this really good horror.
They're doing Mickey
gory-
Mouse, aren't they?
They are, and I'm
Oh,
dreading
God.
to see that. But I felt like this was going to be such a good film. I thought, like, I saw clips of it and I was like, this is going to be really cool.
Did I have
I
the
saw the
guy
trailer,
from
I thought
Sugar?
this
But the thing is, I never watched the trailer.
Oh.
I just saw, like, little clips of it every now and again, or, like, stills of it.
Yeah,
and I
that's
thought
fair
this
enough
could be
though.
quite good. But the scenes in it were awful. Like, the CGI, like, not even like CGI, but, like, just the way they put it all together. It was just dreadful.
Did it have the guy that played Shaggy in it?
I don't know.
Ooh,
In
I
Scooby-Doo?
heard that.
I don't know. It might have done.
Yeah, him.
It might have done.
It was
Yeah,
it
was that
Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, he was
Not-
at the table
Not.
Oh.
in the cafe. Yeah, I was just
Oh.
thinking that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just awful, and all of like the fight scenes that were in it and all the action bits, they were just so like underwhelming. But also, it was really gross. As someone that likes horror films with like gore in it,
Was it too gory?
it was awful.
Was it done by Disney? I presume not.
God, no.
No,
No.
it's
Disney
definitely
making a
not.
horror film.
As soon as Winnie the Pooh went out of copyright, it became like
Oh,
copyright free.
yeah.
That film was made in like a few months.
Was it a
Yeah,
slasher?
you
Oh,
could tell
no,
that
I
it was one of them
bet.
films,
And it's like
quick,
the same
Something
thing.
that we
very
could
low
make.
budget as well.
Was it a slasher
Very low
film?
budget. A little
If
bit.
we get
yeah.
a costume, we could make it ourselves.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think we could do it better.
No, I bet.
That's like what they're doing with Mickey Mouse. Mickey
Mhm.
Mouse. is like the
We just have to
first
make sure the
version.
shutter speed's
It's
all
left
right.
Yeah.
copyright,
White
Yeah.
balance.
So immediately
It's
making a horror
it's
film.
honestly just awful. And then like because they've got Winnie the Pooh and then there's also Piglet.
Oh,
Their
Piglet was in it.
costumes are just awful.
Was Eeyore
because
in it?
no, because at the beginning they've got this
No.
weird like book kind of like scene where it just says that they basically ate each other,
What?
killed them and ate them. So Eeyore died, all the other
No.
characters died, and then
This
it was
sounds
just Winnie the
interesting,
Pooh
though.
and
I think I
Piglet.
need to watch
Like
it
that's
for
why I
myself.
was quite interested in it. I've got because I didn't watch.
DVD,
I
yeah.
watched it on DVD, so I don't really have
It
a
was
choice to
going
like get rid of
cheap.
it.
I remember it was
like a
like
£5.
yeah.
That says a lot about it.
But
doesn't
what
it?
do you say that's
And that was straight away as
that's-
soon as it come out cinema as well. They
Oh.
just released the DVD, so
Mhm.
they were doing
Never a
bad.
good sign.
That
They're
sounds like a
struggling.
film that would be fun to watch with your mates.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely like you're having a sleepover with your mates. It's late. You want to watch something funny but also kind of scary. That is your film.
I think they're making a sequel as well.
Are they? Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Because it made money, and if it makes
Yeah, but it
money,
made
means
money because
more
it
will
was
be made.
awful.
I mean, if they made Aquaman
I don't get
2,
how
I'm
they got
sure
money
they could
from it.
make-
No, I really don't. I
No,
really
there
don't
were
know
a
how
lot
they've made
better.
money from it.
Winnie the Pooh killing people. You'd go to watch.
That's why I wanted to watch it because I
Yeah.
thought this could actually be really good and they had a lot of potential with it. And then I watched it and I remember the whole time I was either sitting there going, "What on earth am I watching?"
There was a lot of lead up too. Like
There
I remember
was, yeah.
last year they just randomly announced that they were doing
Mhm.
it, and then no one spoke about it.
There
And
was like
then
that
there
little
was a
bit of
trailer.
time where it was known. Then everyone kind of didn't
Stop.
even like
Then the
think
trailer
about
was
it.
dropped, and then it was
Yeah.
bam released
I
straight
never-
away.
I
It was
never
like
watched
okay.
the trailer for it.
No, neither did I before watching it. I thought I'm going to watch
I
the
think
actual
we
thing.
did.
I didn't even know it came out. I remember
it
like,
wasn't
I was
great.
like, oh, we all have to
It's
go
bad.
watch it.
Yeah,
And then
because
one
I
minute
saw
was
it.
like getting advertised. The next
Yeah.
minute it was like, oh, I've already seen it.
I watched the Mickey Mouse one,
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited for the
watched
Mickey
that.
Mouse one.
but
I'm
I
curious
saw
to
the
see.
Winnie the Pooh one.
We're doing well.
It was like really creepy. There was like one scene where he was stood in front of some shelves.
Yeah, like the
That
little bits I saw
terrified
made it
me.
look really creepy, which is why I was so interested. And then you watch it and you're just like, I
What
didn't
is
actually
this?
know
Yeah.
what to make of it because it was either really weird.
Did your
Or
parents
just-
like it?
I watched it on my own,
Oh,
but it was just really gory in some bits, and it was just like it was not what I expected from that film whatsoever. And I feel like they really lost out on what they could have made it with.
but I think
Yeah.
you
Like, with
agree
a-
it's like worth a watch to.
It's definitely worth
Yeah.
the watch. I think you need to watch it to be able to experience
It's
it.
like an example I'm thinking of is like the Fred movies.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
I know
they're
what you mean.
really
Yeah,
bad, but everyone should watch
Fred,
them.
as in the guy with the high pitched voice.
Yeah.
yeah.
I loved him. That was my whole childhood
Yes.
right there. I used to watch them all the time.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Fred
it's-
was great.
like, everyone should watch them films because how bad they are.
Yeah, it's just one of them films that's definitely worth watching, but not for the reasons of it being good. Just
No.
for it being like a funny, scary-ish film
Yeah.
to watch. So I'd recommend watching it, but just not all for the right reasons.
Michael.
Michael, what's yours?
What's yours?
I chose Teen Wolf the movie.
Oh.
Has
Oh.
anyone seen Teen Wolf
No.
first?
There's a movie of Teen Wolf?
No.
I love the
It
series.
came Paramount Plus. It was a Paramount Plus original film.
Right, okay.
which
Never a
already
good
is
sign
about-
already.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
because they brought MTV, so they own the rights. So
Mhm.
they're like, we'll make more of it.
Yeah.
Not get multiple cast members back. So like Dylan O'Brien as Styles, he didn't return. He was a key member.
Do you know
He
Brian
was.
was in Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
a-
he's
he-
like my
Yeah.
favourite
he was the
character in
best
Teen
Is
part.
that
Wolf.
how he became famous with
Yeah.
Teen Wolf?
I think he
Teen Wolf.
definitely. Yeah.
Was he in
And then
Twilight?
and then
No.
he did all the other
Who's in
stuff.
Twilight? That lead guy.
Oh, Robert Patterson.
Him.
I love him.
Not quite.
Did
We'll come back to Twilight.
you know how people
we have
do
to?
like fan edits of Dylan O'Brien?
Yeah.
Is that is the famous one of him accidentally falling on the floor at Comic Con? Is that from the Teen Wolf convention?
I've got
I haven't
no
seen
idea.
it.
I don't know what that is.
That's like a
yeah,
famous
yeah, I'd
one.
say
I
so.
always see.
Probably. It's probably likely. So what was wrong with the film?
Well, they brought a character back from the dead for no reason. They
How?
Just,
Yeah,
I
how?
don't know, I think there was like a ritual and
Oh.
Oh,
So they didn't just bam, he's
it was
alive.
bad.
Mhm.
Missing Dylan O'Brien, Arden Cho, other cast members who were at the end of the show.
Yeah.
The show ended really well, didn't it?
It
Like,
did, and I loved
It
the
was a perfect
series.
ending. So they could have got everyone back. They didn't.
Mhm.
They were writing the script while they were filming the movie.
Were they really?
Oh,
Oh my
Like
god.
that's a
that.
decision. Now
Yeah,
we
that's a
all
good
know
sign.
that your planning needs to be up to par.
Exactly.
So-
Planning is important,
Mhm.
and they just didn't. So
Yeah.
stuff is being changed.
There's a
Mm.
lot of
As they
people
were
that
filming.
don't have good planning.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
very-
go
very
far in life
noticeable.
without
No,
planning.
no.
Very
Yeah.
noticeable.
You need to properly research
Yeah.
into your
More
topic.
research, you got
Mhm.
and you got to reference.
Of course.
Insight.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
reference.
Fully
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just
Bib guru.
streaming services are just reviving things, continuing things that have been like
Yeah.
over
Mhm.
maybe like a decade.
Like
or
with
something.
re-releases,
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
re-release everything.
Like, what's the point?
Turning Red's being re-released. What for?
Yeah, I don't get it.
That didn't
Yeah.
do well. It didn't do well the first time.
No,
Is that the one that the animated film?
I think
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the Red
I
Panda.
think
That
they
turns into
re-release
Panda.
for
Red Panda.
is it Oscars or that is for a
Um,
nomination of some
I
kind.
don't.
It's not Oscars. Oscars is music, isn't it? No. Oscars can be filmed.
Oscars film.
Yeah, I think it's Oscar season, isn't it? Soon.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
don't
why
know.
they're that's why they're re-releasing. Yeah,
I don't think it'll be
I
part
don't
of. I don't because they've already got the nominations out.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think re-releases count towards Oscars. It's
Oh.
new films.
I don't know.
It's like the menu.
The
I
menu's
love
good,
the menu.
Yeah.
Have you watched
Yeah,
the
I've
menu?
seen
But
Menu.
it's
I like
kind
it.
of overhyped.
Ray Fiennes is banging in that film.
It's a good film.
So now for the best part, best film. What do you think was the best film? of
Can I
2022?
start?
There are some good ones.
There was some very good films that came out last year, but my top one is a film called Missing. Have you
I've
heard?
heard about this film? Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
It's
No.
with what's his name? Chris Evans in it.
No.
I thought it was one with Joey King, but I was
No.
wrong.
What is he missing then?
Missing's the one where it's like all
On the phone.
set on a laptop.
Yeah, and then the
Oh.
girl goes
Yeah,
missing.
Her mum
Yeah.
goes missing, and you just see all of it through the perspective of this
I
laptop.
watched the trailer on this
It's
and I was
Oh,
gonna
that
watch
one.
it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so good, and I've never watched a film like it because I just felt like I went into it just thinking, okay, this is probably not going to be great.
It's
And
Netflix, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Might be, yeah. And I came out of it and I was like, that is the best thing I've watched. I love the way that it's all set through the laptop, and it's so different.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, it's a little bit through the laptop. I didn't realise the entire film was.
Oh, was it?
like the entire thing, but you see it from so many different points of view.
But was it good? It was
So
obviously-
good.
Yeah.
So good, and it was so cleverly done for like what the storyline was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it tense?
yeah, it was actually.
Oh,
There
good.
was some really good like tension builds in it,
Yeah.
which I really liked. I thought it was incredible.
Oh, cool.
That's my one.
Michael, I want to hear yours.
Oh, we're jumping
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
go on.
Okay, so I was between two. It was either the new Hunger Games film.
Oh, good one, good one.
However, I decided to go with red, white, and royal blue.
Yes.
I knew you would say that. I was actually debating saying that for my worst, just for the fun.
What a film.
I never
Have you
saw
watched
it.
I've seen bits of it.
Have you watched it?
No.
It's not,
Oh,
it's
it's
not a
so
film
I want
I've
to.
been see yet.
It's
Yeah,
so
Isn't it-
good.
Isn't it dubbed? Is it not? Because I
No.
heard
I
it was
don't think
dubbed.
so.
That's why I didn't never watch Young Royals. I tried it because it was dubbed. I
Yeah.
just could not get on with
Yeah,
it.
no, that's fair.
I'll watch it
Oh,
tonight.
it's so good. Honestly, fully recommend.
Honestly, it's my comfort film. I will literally just watch it all the
Better
time.
than
Such
Heartstopper.
good film.
Yeah.
Best gay
Yeah.
representation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
I
a
think the best
like
gay
a really
representation's,
cute one.
Brokeback Mountain.
Like you know, you watch
It's-
some that has like
yeah.
that representation
film,
and they're
really
just
good film. I really
awful.
like Brokeback
Like
Is
it's
it
like
like a
work bad-
romance rather than sexual? Or
There's
is it?
quite a few sexual scenes.
Okay.
It's a little bit of
But-
both. Depends
So
which
it's
bit
not
you're
like a
up to.
There's lot
completely
of romance,
innocent-
and it's like
No.
forbidden romance.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
because
sweet.
It's the son of the president of the
Is it of a
United
time?
States.
Like it's set in the 50s. Or
No,
No, no.
present day.
Oh, is it?
It's,
I thought
yeah.
it was
son
back.
of the United States with the Prince of England.
Right,
Oh.
okay.
As you
So
do.
that, yeah, forbidden. And honestly, gay rom-coms are rare. I'd say they're
I
rare.
was gonna say, and also
Because-
sometimes the ones you see, they're not always well done.
Because the rom-com
Pure
era-
sex. They are
Yeah,
always
they
pure
are.
sex.
Yeah.
Like Blue is the warmest colour.
I
That
saw a clip of
there's
that.
a 22-minute lesbian sex scene. It adds
God.
nothing to the plot. They're both like completely naked. Okay. But like
Yeah, sorry.
22 minutes worth of lesbian sex for no reason. It was literally just male gaze.
Yeah.
The thing is, rom-coms were like early 2000s.
Mhm.
Like, that was the rom-com era.
fancy.
When
Yeah.
gay films, it wasn't a thing.
Mhm.
So just to have one
Yeah.
that's decent,
It's an achievement.
it's an achievement.
It's definitely an achievement. Yeah, I really like it.
And it's adapted from a book, and the book's really good.
The book is very good.
And they cut it down. Obviously, they removed several characters, but it was still good. Like I don't
Yeah.
hate it like most adaptations. Like they didn't ruin it.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the watch.
Would you say they did it for teenage gays? Or was it because like I said with Blue's the warmest colour, that was for men, let's be real.
Mhm.
That was for men to watch porn
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Same
So
with
was
365
this
days as
yeah.
well.
So was this to show like teenagers that it's okay to be gay, or was this fully
I'd say it had that kind of.
It's maybe a bit.
like the
because,
innocence
like,
to it, like Heartstopper
Yeah.
has?
Son of the president, Alex, he goes on a speech and it shows him like discovering his sexuality
Mm.
and like dealing with it as a public figure.
Do they
Yeah.
know? So they know they're gay before they become a couple, as in like the public knows they're gay, because no,
It's
right,
all kind of like hidden away.
completely.
And then they get out.
Do they have beards in this? Oh.
That
Ollie?
was my favourite.
Yeah, it's very good.
My favourite film, Oppenheimer, straight away. The
Stole
first
it.
time- The first time.
Stolen.
Well,
Is that yours as well?
Okay, I've got a different one. It's all good.
Okay.
I can go roll with another one.
Was your Oppenheimer too?
Mine was Oppenheimer. Yep.
You must have known mine would have been Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, because the first time. No, but I knew yours would either be Oppenheimer or
Barbie.
was it? Would it be Barbie?
Yeah.
Oh, but Oppenheimer. As soon as I saw it, blown away by it. It's genuinely one of the best films I've ever seen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go
Um,
as far to say it was the best film I've ever
Really?
seen. Yeah.
Really. It's a bit where it's a very complex film. It's a film that I didn't expect to love as much as I
Mhm.
did.
Me too.
Because you know I'm not a massive Nolan lover. I don't love all of his films.
Mhm.
I like Memento, Inception, Interstellar, and that's about it. I don't-
Dunkirk.
No, I don't like Dunkirk.
I like
I watched
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
But they
I like
they
Dunkirk.
I watched
executed it
Dunk-
so well though, Oppenheimer.
Yeah, true. And I think he's quite hit and miss for me.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, as a director. He's a very good, very talented
Mhm.
director. He's probably the best director of modern directors.
Yeah,
think
I
he's
do.
the-
I would
think
have to
he's the
agree
top.
and say, yeah.
Well, whether you dislike him or not, he's a visual
work is
star.
incredible.
He's very.
Yeah.
If you watch Stanley Kubrick, he's very inspired by
Mhm.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
He's a modern Stanley Kubrick. But he is. Yeah, he's just really. It was really good. Cillian Murphy. I don't think much of him as an actor. If I'm
Oh,
being
I
honest.
do. I love him.
Yeah, but
He's
you
good.
don't like
I
him as
never
an
liked
actor, you
him
like
because of
him
Peaky
'cause
Blinders.
No, I like him as an actor and I like what I see. I like
what have you
both.
seen him in other than Oppenheimer?
Peaky Blinders.
There is Peaky Blinders.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders?
I've seen
It
a
made
little
me
bit.
hate
I've
him,
seen a
I
little
can't
bit of
lie.
Peaky Blinders.
As somebody who likes script writing,
Mhm.
it's the script for that film. I actually have it at home, and
Do
it's
you?
written in the first person.
That's cool.
It is such a fantastic film, in the sense of how it cuts,
Mhm.
and it's just the opening scene and all the metaphors of
Mhm.
like him seeing ripple effects on
Yeah.
puddles, and then when he looks at the map of the world and you see the ripple effects over Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Mhm.
Oh, it's really clever, really clever. And the ending is the best scene of last year,
Yeah.
and it's one of the best endings to a film probably in the last. Oh, I would go as bold to say 50 years, probably.
I would agree. I would definitely
I don't think
agree.
there's an. I think Midsummer comes very close,
Mhm.
very close.
That's on my list. I need to watch that. I haven't
The
watched
ending
it.
to that film is great.
Mhm.
Even if you don't like the film, the ending you will like because it's shot brilliantly.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about Oppenheimer is it's not that rewatchable. Like, I won't
No,
sit
it's
down-
not.
I feel like
won't
it
go,
takes a lot of effort to sit
like,
down and rewatch
I'm not
it.
going to
Because
go.
it's
I
3
want
hours
to watch
long.
a 3-hour biopic of the creation of the atomic bomb. You know,
And
I
it's
don't really
very
think that.
depressing.
Yeah.
Very
Very
depressing.
depressing.
And
We were talking earlier about Oppenheimer, and I think it was me and Sam were talking about how they portrayed women in
Yeah.
the film. I said
Yeah.
that they made women look so weak.
Mhm.
Like the fact Jean
100%.
killed herself because she got rejected
Yeah.
by Robert. It was like it was all to show that women are
No.
just
I disagree
male
with that because
objects.
Emily Blunt's character is a strong female.
is what Sam said.
and she
yeah.
she
I
stood
think
up
it's definitely half
Becau-
and half.
because
Yeah.
you expect her in the scene with Cillian Murphy. You expect her to give in and accept a room full of men telling her about her husband and a private life who you know because he had an affair with that Forrest Pugh character, and that's why you have that
Jean.
metaphor of her. Of them two naked and on each other, and you think she's
Yeah.
going to give in to all that stuff, but to her,
Yeah.
you see it in her eyes, and she switches, and then she goes, "No, he went through communist parties," and she goes on that massive speech. It's
Oh, she
Alright,
was
so-
definitely strong. Yeah, I agree.
but
Jean was just weak.
As I said, they portrayed some characters, like female characters, in that to
Yeah.
be weak.
One
But-
thing.
And then there was the odd couple that you noticed.
One
that
thing I
weren't.
did notice is that the women spoke to the women.
Yeah.
Oh no, spoke to the men. They
Mhm.
didn't speak to the other women. So it is showing that the women were only purely there for the men.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Jean was only there for sex.
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it's because it's based on real life.
Yeah.
If that happened in real life, because it's based on a book,
Oh yeah,
then you can. I don't you know.
they
Uh,
did it so well.
Yeah.
No, they really did.
and
It was
I
I
incredible.
think it could have been longer. I stand by saying they should have
Really?
made it a series instead of a 3-hour film.
Oh, I
It
don't
should have
think-
been way
I
longer.
I don't think it would have worked. I don't think it would.
I would have sat through a 5-hour Oppenheimer film. It was just so good.
If you like that, watch Malcolm X. You know, for them 4 hours, I'm not going to get back. Have you heard of Malcolm X?
I've
Denzel
heard of it,
Washington.
but I've never
I've
seen it.
never.
It's Spike Lee film. It's a really good
Right.
film, but it's 4 hours
Right.
long. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's not rewatchable. It's very similar to the films like Green Mile, Schindler's List.
Like, I've really wanted to rewatch Oppenheimer. I haven't since it came out, just because.
I've got the
haven't.
DVD. I got it for Christmas, and it's one of
I'm
them
about
I want
to
to
do
sit
my
and
sixth
watch.
watch.
You're sick.
My sixth watch. I
Whew.
You watched it
admire.
6 times.
I admire Oppenheimer. It's like so like you just get trapped in the
It's
Oppenheimer
definitely
world.
one of them films that when you, I feel like when you start watching it, you're just hooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That
the 3
opening
hours just goes
scene.
so quick.
Mhm.
And how it's the because he makes the film seem really fast paced by his soundtrack.
Mhm.
Like when he's traveling around and you got
Yeah.
that, and the scenes of him like seeing like the atoms and the molecules and it's great. And like with everything to do because he balances like 4 genres. He balances like political there's a political courtroom.
Mhm.
It's a drama. It's a thriller. It's a historical horror in some parts. It's a psychological film.
Yeah, definitely.
And he balances all of them genres, and he makes them seem natural. Like when you go from, the scenes of him making the bomb and becoming more militaristic in his clothes, to the scene when he's stepping and hearing the footsteps and the screams of
Oh,
people.
that was such a dramatic scene.
That scene got me.
Hiroshima,
I was like,
Because when
when he-
all the faces got burnt
Yeah.
off, that was just
And
so
wh-
dramatic.
And when
Yeah.
he walks and steps into a burnt human corpse, I
yeah.
was like, was
when
like,
he
bloody
went
hell.
threw up outside, that it was just a lot of.
Yeah,
It
was-
wasn't
it
him,
was
but someone
weird,
threw. Yeah, it was
yeah.
just a.
got the guy from Exploded Diaper in it as well.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Exploded diaper.
I
Yeah,
don't know what that is.
I thought you were going to say loaded diaper.
Loaded Diaper, that's it.
Loaded diaper
Yeah,
from.
Roderick.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that's
He's-
sick.
yeah,
He's
one
the
of
guy
the
that's
Oh,
sick.
he is.
He's the, yeah.
I'll
Oh.
rewatch
He's not in
that
it
for
very
him.
small.
There you go. Seventh. Is it sixth rewatch or seventh rewatch you're coming up to?
I'm about to do my sixth.
Okay, then
And we
keep
should
an eye
watch
out.
I'll
15
rewatch it for
hours of
him.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but
That's
in
fair.
my opinion, it is worth it, and I could watch
Oh,
it
yeah.
way more. I could watch that
It
film
doesn't feel
every
like
day.
One of
Yeah.
them films I feel like I need to have a break in between before I
But
rewatch
the more
it.
you
yeah.
watch it, the slower it gets as well. Like you're
Oh, yeah,
just
I can
waiting for the
imagine.
dramatic things,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just like takes a while to get started.
But I would say the only negative I have with the film is that because it's set like Memento, where it's like the black and white sequences are backwards
Mhm.
and the colour scenes are forwards. So when you get to the colour scenes that you've already seen in black and white, you mean that it means that the black and white and the colour are becoming like everything's working like moving together. The black and white and the colour scenes do not intertwine exactly. It's not clear. It's not clear timing wise, especially with the start when they get into the courtroom drama stuff towards the end.
Yeah.
With Strauss,
Mhm.
that is the most confusing part of the film. Like,
Yeah.
why is Strauss doing this? What is going on? Why is there, Cold War stuff?
Mhm.
Why does he want to put him in a courtroom by himself?
There's a lot of questions that go
Yeah.
through your mind
I
as you
still
watch that little
don't
bit. Yeah.
have an answer to the last scene where Robert gets in it's like he just goes in space inside of that small.
Oh, it's that's supposed to be like just him.
It shows
in
it's like a
plane.
metaphor. It's not actually
Metaphor,
him. But I'm still so confused by it. But
Metaphor
they
for
just
seeing the world on
they
fire.
didn't
Yeah.
give the answer. But I think that was the best way to do it. And
Mhm.
watching that in IMAX was one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh yeah,
I bet it
definitely.
It was so good.
I wish.
The sound was great. The
Oh
ending
yeah,
was great.
I think the explosion could have been a lot louder. Because
Yeah.
you kind of
I
brace
feel like
yourself
I
for it, and it
anticipate
just
when it went
wasn't loud.
silent and then
Yeah.
you hear it. I was expecting so much more.
Because obviously light travels
Yeah.
faster than sound, but it was just so
I
dramatic.
was
you were just waiting.
expecting so much more sound to come from that
Yeah,
silence.
I was expecting it to be like blown away
Yeah.
loud. Like when we watched it in IMAX, I was covering my ears, but it was not loud at all.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Honourable
I was
mention.
surprised I didn't hear about
I
it.
will
Barbie.
agree with
That is
Barbie.
my favourite
I
film
know
of 2023.
There are some people that
Well,
would.
no, I can't use Oppenheimer. I'm gonna say Barbie because I think Barbie.
You could
they
have said
did-
Oppenheimer if you wanted to.
Yeah,
you
but
can
I
have-
think
you can have the
Barbie
same
did wondrous things for feminism.
It
I
really
think.
did.
But it also kind of
Sorry.
set us back in a way.
Why?
I feel like because it wasn't completely certain on who was who. Because obviously the women were meant to play men in real life, you know.
Mhm.
But the way that the women were in charge in Barbie World, Barbie Land, whatever it
Mhm.
was, and then the men started become in charge, and they were fighting for women. It's kind of saying they liked the patriarchy. You know, they wanted it to go back to
Yeah.
men being in charge.
Yeah.
Which it was unsure. I don't think they thought it through properly.
Mhm.
It was just very uncertain on.
I think
Who
I
was
think it's
who?
just taking the mick. Sorry. Taking
But
the mick.
I really do think they did well with it. But
It was
it
definitely
should
a
have been
great
thought
film
about
that
a
came
tiny
out.
bit more.
So the
last
fact
year.
that I'm Just Ken is winning all the awards. gives
Yeah.
them-
That annoys me.
Yeah, because it
It's not the
defeats
best
the whole
film,
purpose
is it?
of the film.
Mhm.
I know
What
that
was that
Ryan
made
Gosling.
for?
Also,
was
I don't know what the
mad.
recent award show was. I can't think of what it was. but-
Golden Globes.
That was it. And when the presenter was making all these comments about
Yeah.
Barbie,
Oh.
and it
like
just
Oppenheimer's
annoyed
about
me.
a very long book, and Barbie's about
Is that what they said?
a blonde woman with boobies.
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they properly like
Right. All the women were pity
belittled
laughing.
all of the women.
Yeah,
and they
Ryan
it
Gosling was
cuts
the
to
only
them,
person in the
and you
whole
just
room
see
not
Ryan
laughing.
Gosling that just looks
So
just
disappointed.
like yeah,
Like this is what they fought for, and
It defeats the point of the film.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just puts the film back like 10 steps.
but
I don't think
it's
the film is
people like that who never watched it properly. You know,
Mm,
they say
yeah.
they watched it, but they
I
just
don't-
didn't.
I don't think when I watched it, I didn't see it as a feminist film.
I don't think.
I wouldn't say it is though because it's just
I
a
would say
film.
it is. I would
Because
say
it's
it
just a
definitely is.
film.
I
Yeah,
get
but
what
it's the
he
whole
means,
speech.
though.
I do agree with what you're saying.
It was
But
the
it's the
women can't do
speech
right.
about-
Yeah, America Ferrera when
Yeah.
she did her speech, that was just
I feel like that bit kind of puts it into perspective of what the
being a woman's
message
like.
of the whole film is
Yeah.
about. Like
but it's-
ignoring everything before and
It's quite
after.
satire with it. It's not serious. It's not taking it seriously though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I do get what you mean.
It's
Purely
playing
for the
off-
context around
it's-
it, yeah.
The context and the way it's played off, and the joke is played off simply for jokes.
Mhm.
and taking the mick out of self and not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I think there are way more better feminist, not a feminist film. I hate when people say feminist film. It's a film for. It's just a film. It's just a film that it takes it from a woman's perspective. That doesn't mean it's necessarily feminist.
No, yeah, I do agree
Do
with
you
what you
know
mean.
what I
Yeah,
mean? But I think when people go, "Oh, it's a feminist film," it's like it's just a film. It's just a film. It's just a film. Greta Gerwig did a film called Little Women. That's all about females. It's got Florence Pugh in it. It's got Timothy.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Timothy Chalamet's in it. Great film. Lady Bird, fantastic film. One of my favourite films of all time. Everyone should watch that. Again, Timothy Chalamet's in that as well. And that's all about a woman. All of her films about women. But just because a film is from a woman's perspective doesn't mean.
Yeah. No, I do get what you mean.
And when a
Yeah.
film is about a man going through struggles that are opposing to women, doesn't mean it's anti-feminist.
Yeah. No, I do agree with what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
I think when people go, "Oh, that's feminist," it's not.
But I
It's
think the whole point of the film was to get men to understand what women are like, what
I
women
think it's one of
everyday
them
life
films where if you go away and you think it was a joke, you take it as a joke. Or there's people that come out of it and they
But I
see
don't
the
think
deeper meaning
I think
of
the
it.
whole goal of it was getting men to understand, and I think
Yeah, I
most
feel like
men
it was
came
the goal,
out
and
just
I feel
not
like
understanding.
that's not typically how it was
From what I
perceived.
heard, a lot of guys were angry about the film.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
They were
so
just like,
many
it was
people that were angry
stupid.
about it.
Yeah.
There were so
Like,
many people.
why were all the women in charge? They were like getting all arsy about that.
It was-
But like,
Well,
this is
that's
how
mainly
we
up to, like,
feel with
Piers
the men
Morgan
being in
and
charge.
Yeah.
But only Piers
Yeah.
Morgan and what's his name?
It was definitely a very controversial film of the year,
Yeah.
but I loved
But
it.
an honourable mention of
Very
mine, 5
honourable.
Nights at
I like
Freddy's
the
as well.
cinematography. I think the dancing on the dance floor where you got the Dua Lipa song.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
I thought
good.
That's great. I like it.
Yeah.
I think Greta Gerwig's a great director.
She really is.
And
She's
I've-
really
I've
good.
seen actually one of the modern directors. I've seen all of her films, and she's never disappointed. And
Mhm.
I took the film as a comedy, and that's what I got from it.
Yeah. No,
and
that's
the-
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Shall we do one honourable mention each? What do you think? It's not the best, but it deserves.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh.
you go. I'm
I
thinking
don't
more
know.
one.
I don't know. Trying to think of films I watched last year.
But we'll go back.
Oh,
Come
Look
on.
at the Cabin.
It was loud.
Was that last year?
That was really good.
Look
That
at the
was
Cabin.
really good.
I'd say
Oh.
I'd go with Soulburn.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No
Haven't seen it
spoilies.
yet, but I'd say from what I've seen in the cinematography,
No
yeah,
spoilies.
it's really good.
Without spoiling it, it's a very, very good film.
Yeah.
The cinematography of Soulburn is
So
amazing.
The way they've
can't
done
wait
it is
to
well,
watch
like
it.
cleverly
I
done.
finally get to watch
You
it
need
tonight.
to watch
I'm
it. Yes.
so excited.
Very well done.
I'm
I
trying-
don't know. What films have I watched?
Oh, you
I've
should
watched
have-
a
you
lot
should
of
know that you
films.
have.
I've watched a lot of films last year, to be fair.
There's one film that you thought was good.
I watched a film called Haunt, I think it's called.
I haven't heard of that.
It's not like a very like mainstream
Cinema
type
release
film.
on Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
Oh.
That was quite good. It was like a horror thriller type film.
Ghosts.
No ghosts. It was more like murder
Ooh.
rather than ghosts. But yeah, it's all based in like this haunted house.
Oh, John
Ooh.
Wick 4.
I thought you were going to say something about the film I was on about.
Sorry.
John
Sorry.
Wick.
John Wick 4 was good.
I never watched it. Oh, hang on. Going away from that, I have another one. What was the new Tom Cruise one?
Oh, Mission Impossible.
Mission
Day
Impossible.
Reckoning.
I have never watched the other Mission Impossible films. However, I have a theme with this. However, watching that one in the cinema, it was incredible. It got me hooked the entire way through.
It was good. I wouldn't say it's the best.
Definitely not the best, but
No,
that's not what
Fallout isn't
yeah.
best.
I've never watched the others, but for this, like watching it then, I thought it was so good.
Fair enough.
Another one I've just remembered, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yes.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons was so
If you
good.
watched it,
Yes.
it's
So good.
Chris Pine. Yes.
Yes,
Just yes.
it was so
Wow.
good.
That was
So
a really
good.
good one.
Unexpected. I kind of went into it thinking it's going to be rubbish.
Because we
Yeah.
watched it together, didn't we?
I've seen
And-
that film like 2-3 times.
Yeah, I
so
think it
good.
was a predictable, you know, when the woman died and then she came back to life. But
Yeah.
it was
you
really
don't care.
It's like one of them
good, yeah.
humorous type films where you can take it jokingly,
It's
but
just
also
a-
it's
it's just
just
a bit
so
of fun.
good.
I went into
Yeah.
it thinking it was going to be an hour and a half, and it was just, it took so long.
Yeah.
But it was such a good film. But
Yeah.
I still think Hunger Games was better.
Hunger Games is
Hunger
Let's
Games
do
was
Hunger
a
Games.
good one.
Haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I-
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, it's worth
I
it.
only like
It's
the
the
first
best
two
one.
Hunger Games films.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Snow.
Exactly.
No.
That's all I need
No,
to
it
say.
is really good.
It's
Definitely.
like,
worth
what's the
it.
best bit of the
Long,
film? Snow.
isn't it?
No.
it's
2.5
Two,
hours?
2.5.
Standard movie length now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'd say it doesn't feel like
But
it.
snow.
No,
have to
not at all.
I'll have to give it a go.
Snow.
Yes, you need to.
Is that what you have to say on the
Snow.
Snow.
That's all I have to
Snow.
say on the topic. Just snow.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
But yeah.
So, thank you everyone for joining us, and I will see you next year for 2024.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.